Here we're going to be taking a look at the HMS Fiji, the Tier 7 British light cruiser. Someone asked if I can do a review on this ship, or maybe some tips and tricks. So here I'm doing it. On the screen you saw what I'm running. The reason I'm not running dispersion is because Tier 7 doesn't have dispersion. Currently only running a 4-point captain on it, but as the commander reaches max level and whatnot, things that I would run is definitely a Mistweaver and ACPS. Those are two musts. Now the Fiji itself isn't a bad ship. It's not a bad ship at all. What tends to happen though is you're very reliant on matchmaker. And I guess you could say that about any class really, but Fiji, if you find yourself in a match full of battleships, you're gonna have a rough time. But you find yourself in a match full of destroyers and light cruisers, not so much. Now for those that don't know anything about British light cruisers, they only come equipped with armor piercing rounds. You get no HE, which makes dealing with battleships a lot more difficult. But what that means is you chunk the living crap out of destroyers, like every 7 seconds. I've said it before and I'll say it again, the team that normally gets the DDs down first usually wins. So with that in mind, in this ship especially, I hunt the enemy destroyers. That being said though, I'm going to take a page from Death from Above and say that hunting DDs is a team sport. You're going to need your DDs to scout them. You're going to need pretty much everybody to shoot at them, alright? Just from that premise alone. He has the second lowest health pool for all the tech tree cruisers, so that's one of the things that's making it hard to play. Not a lot of armor to back that up as well. If you're running the elite commander, BD, definitely the heal is something that is super helpful. Though I'm not saying having BD is a must, it definitely doesn't hurt. Now for times when you do have to aim at a battleship and shoot at them with armor piercing, it's best to hit the bow, the stern, and the superstructure. That's where you're going to go get your most reliable damage. You're not going to get full pens all the time, but you're going to get them more often than hitting their torpedo protection or whatnot. And it goes the same for heavily armored cruisers. Light cruisers, not so much. You can hit wherever you want there. But the more heavily armored ones, you gotta hit the bow, stern, or the superstructure as well. And you can see what I mean. Most of the time I'm shooting at this chappy with light armored cruiser. Most of the shells are full pens. I get the occasional bounce, but most are still full pens for 500. One of the good things with the ship being so squishy is that you get 2 charges of smoke 1. It's not smoke 2 like you get in the higher tiers, but it'll do. It makes it easier to disengage from targets that you do not want to get into it with. So here I am duking it out with this chappy. He's firing armor piercing, which is doing devastating damage to me, but I'm also tearing him up as well. Luckily I have a little more backup coming my way with these 2 DDs just swooping in. I'm currently trying to get away from this Ganiza now because he will blast me to smithereens, so I'm using my smoke cover to give him a harder target to hit. Unfortunately Mahan goes down, but it will not be in vain. Your efforts will always be remembered, Mahan. Fortunately, I don't know which DD did it, but one of them torpedoed the living crap out of the Ganiza now, so now we have no big threat except for this carrier that just bombed the living crap out of me. And now we have the chappy left over here on this side. One more salvo should do it. Boom, single-handedly took him out. Not really. The second Mahan got some torpedoes on him, so that helped a lot, honestly. Now I know this was supposed to be more about the Fiji and what you can do, but instead of chasing these clowns who are going after the carrier, I'm just going to go ahead and cap the middle 2 caps. Always play it safe with epicenter because you never know. So final thoughts, Fiji, not a bad ship. It's a little bit harder to grind than, the Edinburgh, Neptune. Those are pretty fun grinds to do. But it's not bad. It's not as bad. Hopefully matchmaker's on your side. And if you're DD, you need to respect the guns. unlike the Sims, who is not respecting the Fiji's guns and is sailing broadside in a straight line. But that's going to go ahead and do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little kind of review of the Fiji, and until next time.